to Performer Radio on unregularradio.com. My name is Mike Zotos. I'm your host this week, along with our co-host, Mr. Tony Hippolyte. Tony, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing very good, Mike. How you doing?
And we have our comedian co-host back again this week, Mr. Lamont Price. How are we doing, Lamont, this week?
I'm good, man. What's up, everybody?
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You have a good week, Lamont?
It was cool.
It was cool?
Yeah.
Were you just chilling?
Pretty much. Is that how I talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Well, you're the coolest. You're probably the coolest dude in this room. So seriously,
I'm not even gonna have that discussion.
Next to our special guest, probably. Did you have a really productive week, or just like you're really just like I'm just sitting back and I'm gonna be on Facebook all week?
Nah, man. I try to keep my weeks as lazy as I can, but I did do a few things. I played video games on Sunday. So.
Oh, we'll have to talk about all your video games later on.
We did.
In the house this week, we have a very special guest, Mr. James Massoni from NBC's The Voice. I'm sure a lot of people in the audience probably did hear and see you on The Voice for many months.
Yeah.
How many months were you on, James?
Oh man, the process was for a while. It wasn't just one long process. I came home for a while. We filmed and then came back, so it was about 6 months altogether. The whole
6 months from the time you started auditioning.
Because, no, the audition is probably about 5 auditions before you get to actual TV. So there's a lot more behind the scenes that you don't see. You know.
So what date did you go to audition? The first audition.
The first audition I did was in August. Last August.
So a year ago.
A year ago, yeah.
And
crazy.
Where did you audition? Where was the audition?
It was in L.A. I was out there visiting my brother. It was at the L.A. Forum where the Lakers used to play.
Wow. How many people were there? Probably 10,000 or so?
Yeah.
Millions?
Well, not million, but there was a lot of people. It was a cattle call. So
did you have a number assigned to you, or how did that work?
I had a time. I had to go in. My time was at 2:00. I came and waited in line for a while.
Now, were you going on your own volition, or did someone say,
no,
hey, get over there?
No. I didn't want to go. My parents made me. Well, my mother signed me up for it, so she came out to L.A. and she said, I won't come out to L.A. if you don't try out, so I had to try out. She dragged me there.
She coerced you, in other words.
She dragged me there to try out, yeah.
Listen to moms.
Mom's always right.
Yeah, so she...
Did you resist at first?
It was hard for them to get me in the car, yeah. I didn't want to go.
And look what happened
I know, man. I don't like auditioning, so...
After your first audition, did they tell you instantaneously, like, yes, you're moving on, or what was that process like?
You go into a room with about 10 people, and everyone stands up, and you get to sing. And at the end, they'll say, we want to see so-and-so to stay back and talk to, and I was the only one that they said, so...
So instantaneously, you knew.
Yeah, I just did it, and right away I was like, I just wanted to get it over with and get out of there, but she called me back.
And you were like, damn.
And
I'm like, damn, I wanted to just get out of here. And his mom was like...
I just wanted to get it over with, that's it. But,
well, James, that wasn't your first audition experience out in L.A., correct? What was the first one?
I flew out there. I flew out there back in, 2008, I think.
For Star Show, right?
For what was it? Yeah, some show like that. It was a P. Diddy show, and I tried out for that, and I made it through an audition, and then they sent me home after the second audition, so that was my first audition.
So you were already of the mindset that I'm going to go do this voice, but I'm probably not going to get through.
Well, it made me, that's what scared me. I didn't want to go on stage anymore after that, and my father was a big influence on me, made me, keep trying.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's good you had parents that pushed you.
I mean, I never gave up. I kept trying to do it.
Now, what kind of musical training did you have before you went out to L.A. to do the first audition?
I mean, I worked with my father in a body shop, so I mean, singing in the body shop counts.
Does hitting metal make certain tones or something? It's like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's.
So you really, it's kind of like self-taught or just natural.
Yeah,
gift
I mean,
type
by ear. Yeah, I sing by ear, and my brother kind of brought me up listening to a lot of '90s R&B.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
I look young, but I'm about 24 years old, so I know all that stuff now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's good. So really, you were just listening to music all the time and singing in the body shop.
Constantly.
And somebody says, you know what, you should try this out. And next thing you know, look at you. You're here right now. Beautiful women all over the place, walking around behind you all the time.
So how was your actual overall experience at The Voice? You said it was very challenging. Not all you see was on TV. You don't have to give us too much of the details.
Yeah,
but
it's a great time. It's just a lot of it that you see. You don't see a lot of behind the scenes of which, me and CeeLo weren't together all the time. You know what I mean? That's what kind of they want you to believe. And the time we grew closer as the competition came down, into 4 people. But you only see him when you're on TV, when the cameras are rolling.
So how was your time with CeeLo? Was that, was he a cool guy? He seemed like he's a pretty cool, laid back dude.
At the beginning, once the team starts to cut down, and we grew really close to him. He would bring us out a lot. We went bowling with him, and it was funny trying to see him bowl because I couldn't really get his arm around.
Yeah, I think that's what the world.
Every ball was a gutter ball.
What the world really wants to know.
Please tell me they had cameras there that night.
How tall is CeeLo?
He's like maybe an inch smaller than me.
That's pretty short.
Half inch.
And he probably weighs as much as you and I combined. That's saying a lot too.
Oh, man.
But he's a great guy. I mean, he's very soulful and he's passionate too. I saw him almost cry once when he was reviewing somebody, and I was like, "Wow, there's a girl."
That was me.
He was crying. He was crying. Okay, it was you then. Okay.
We did True Colors. That song is like.
That's a passionate dude.
That's one of his music is he loves it, man. I never seen anyone love more music than that dude.
He lives and breathes it. Literally every single day. That's all he does, right? I mean, did he pull you aside at some point and give you any personal, aside from the group stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because the producers don't really like it when you're alone with him because they don't want him saying stuff to you and not to the other contestants. So they try to keep it fair. Like you get an equal amount of time with CeeLo. Okay. And but when I was in the thing doing it, when Neo came in and he was my mentor, we got to talk to him about a lot of stuff. And Neo was
a great artist too. I mean, singer-songwriters these days are still where it's at.
It's just Neo's a person. He'll tell you how it is. If you're not singing on key, he'll tell you right there.
Good.
And that's what
that's what you need.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want anyone just kissing your butt and saying, "Yeah, you did it great," and they know that you're really doing your best. Yeah, because pushing you is what it's all about. Especially, and we have the best coaches are the ones that push the hardest.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. Now, have you since the voice? Have you gone into any more vocal training, or how are you keeping your voice? Or?
Man, I'm not really big into vocal coaches. I like to sing, man. I just never really did it, and but I mean, I practice a lot.
Obviously, I know you have to go to practice after this too. So
we'll rehearse, and I love rehearsing.
We'll talk about that gig coming up very soon.
I use lemon juice before I sing. Lemon juice is perfect.
Lemon juice, lemon juice, honey,
When I sing.
I don't even want to hear
all
that.
the singers out there.
I don't even want to hear that CD.
When you use lemon juice.
So the coaches that were there that did work with you more on a personal level, did you have a lot of time with them, or just a limited? And with the cameras on all that time too?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I said, it's they really keep you equal time with, they give you equal time with the coaches.
So.
But I mean, I like Adam and Christina and Blake. We don't get to see them.
Right. No, I meant the other coaches, like behind the scenes coaches.
Oh, like the vocal coaches.
The vocal coaches.
Vocal coaches, you get like maybe 2 times a week.
That's okay.
2 times a week, you get to go in with them, and they're like they're really coaching you. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They're really.
You're not going in a room with CeeLo and he's playing the piano and you're singing. It's not like that.
It's not a camera.
They got to glam you up before you get to see CeeLo.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, most people will say, "Oh, they just turned on the camera." No, they go through makeup and everything else, hairstyle, all that stuff. A typical day, what? Maybe 16, 17 hours.
15-hour days.
15-hour days.
I've never been more tired. I mean, I remember sometimes me and Jamar was on the show. He was on my team. We would actually sleep in the rehearsal room. Like we get like an hour of sleep. It was bad.
Naps,
it was bad. Yeah, like just nonstop work.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a glamorous life, but they don't realize it's a lot of work.
Never done that much work.
From the moment you rise to the moment you go to sleep.
Oh yeah,
it's work constantly.
Learning
interviews, all kinds of stuff.
So, what was your biggest surprise at The Voice? What did you think was? I know you obviously came in there with expectations. What shocked you through your experience at The Voice that you did not expect to get from The Voice? Like oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. What kind of situation like that popped up?
I mean, going into the whole thing, even in the blind auditions, I didn't really think no one was going to turn their chairs for me. So for someone to turn their chair for me was huge.
Mm-hmm.
like that, like I said with the first audition, I kind of went into the blind auditions like just wanted to get it over with. And then there you go. I see Christina turn and then Blake turn, and it was a great feeling, man. That was something that was crazy for me.
So really, at this point in time, you're moving on now.
Yes.
And you're doing your own stuff. You've been playing out in Boston area and a few other gigs lately. You got some stuff coming up this week. Tomorrow night, you're going to be appearing at a softball game, a charity softball game, right?
Yes.
That's going to be the Rockin'
Jock.
The Rockin' Jock. It's going to be up in Lowell, right?
Lowell, yeah. The Spinners. I forget what
the Lowell Spinners play up there.
Yeah, Lowell
yes,
Spinners.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's for celebrity charities. And what is that? I think the Bruins Milan Lucic is putting that together,
he's running it. Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of real serious jocks up there.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of jocks.
So all the Bruins fans should probably be heading up there, definitely. And you've also got a gig at the Hard Rock this week, right? You're headlining there, right?
This Sunday I'll be headlining.
Headlining. The Hard Rock is sort of like the place where you basically say, I'm now arrived.
Yes.
I'm headlining at the Hard Rock Cafe where all these other people have headlined in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, the history there is amazing. So have you been in the studio also recording now?
Yes, I'm getting in there. I mean, we've been working and just trying to get a single ready for the fall. I'm really pushing to get original music out right now because that's what my fans are waiting for.
Exactly. So. I mean, you've done all these covers up to this point in time, and I'm sure you're dying to.
Oh man, I can't wait to.
Have you been writing your own songs?
I have. I have been writing a little bit here and there, but we've been in the studio working hard and getting stuff ready.
So, how big is your team right now? Who's on your team in terms of marketing, your management? Like, who's out there actually helping you on a day-to-day basis right now in terms of James and Sony getting out there?
Well, yeah, I mean, I got Justin Springer helping me out a lot.
Yep.
I got my lawyer Rich. We're like right now we're just anyone who wants to come along and help us out right now we're taking in. You know what I mean? So.
Because some people they just see the artist, but they don't see the amount of day-to-day work that artist takes, or how many people are involved to make an album or an EP or a mixtape come out, and a quality product come out. You know, obviously Mike and I have that experience of putting out the music, and it's a lot of work. You know,
it is, and it's,
a lot of people think you just go in the studio, record it, and then it's out.
Burn it on the CD and on your laptop. And
exactly.
Oh, there's a lot more going on than that.
And we're not trying to rush anything.
Exactly. Why should you? You know, I mean, you've got some momentum going on right now, and you don't want to just throw anything out there. You want to give them some quality stuff and say, hey, we're for real. We're not just goofing around here. We're serious about this. We want you as fans. We want you to follow us, or you specifically, and we want to keep this going. And you've been building up a very good fan base. Obviously, the young women love you.
Yeah, it's been
as evidenced by the 4 beautiful women sitting in the studio right now, just looking through the window. But yeah, I mean, that was your biggest fan base when you were performing. Pretty much.
It was.
And it's probably going to carry on too.
I think, CeeLo kind of threw that on me. He helped me out.
You already had that in you.
Yeah.
He just noticed what was already there, pretty much. What other plans you got besides putting out another CD or putting out a CD?
Man, I'm trying to just stay in the people's eye. You know, that's the hardest thing right now is just staying relevant. You know, because the show starts up again real soon.
Right. Oh yeah,
September. They're doing a back-to-back show, so that was kind of. I mean, but I'm going to use it to an advantage, you know, and.
Well, actually, that might actually help you too, because people will remember you again. Say, remember last season, James was song that was just awesome.
You want to keep that momentum in music, man.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
Get into a fight with Drake or something. I suggest a fight with Drake. I'm just saying.
And then get sued.
Works every time.
Are they going to bring back some of the people from the previous season into the second season?
Well, yeah,
season?
But it will be like the top 4 will come back and perform. You know?
So that would be including yourself as well.
No, top 4 like the people like Christina's number 1. You know, Blake's number 1.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we have to take a quick break. Okay, we have still in the studio Lamont Price. And he's been hanging out with us for the past couple of weeks, and he's going to be here next week too. Lamont, you're going to really love next week too. In addition to this week,
word.
Well, we got some beauty queens coming.
You
in
got
next
some
week.
beauty queens right now.
Yes, it's true. Yes,
that you kicked out of the studio that wanted to come.
I love how Jackie just waved her hands in the air.
And I'm including Jackie.
That's our producer tonight.
I'm including her.
Jackie is in the house. She's producing it. Hey, say hello, Jackie.
The resident lesbian.
The resident lesbian. Oh, you must be really loving it out there right now.
I am. I'm in heaven.
Hey, that's all right, Jackie.
Yes.
I know.
It's
all right.
Okay. And Jackie, how long have you been working on regular air? It's like 2 years?
Yeah, I've been around for 2 years. I've been doing my own show for just about a year now on Mondays. 3 Strange Women.
3 Strange... Wow, okay, that should be an interesting...
Yeah.
3 Strange Women.
It's a good show. We're the LGBT show on the station. So
I got to listen to that next time.
Yes, we should be checking that out at some point next week. It's on Mondays, you said?
Yeah, on the Uncensored stream. I don't do it in the Meow channel. I do it over in the Uncensored. And,
Gotcha.
It's a good time. I'm in the middle of the afternoon, and I have a lot of my good friends in, and we talk about relevant issues and like the stuff that's going on in our community.
That's
good
cool.
time.
I like that. That's very good.
We get silly. We keep a positive attitude.
That's what we like to do. We like to keep it positive too. That's why we got Lamont here. He's our positive influence.
I'm positive.
I love him. No, the hair is amazing.
By the way, that was said with such sarcasm. We got this negative dude in here to keep things positive.
And you know the good thing is
so sarcastic.
I've already gotten comments.
By the way, notice how all the hot girls stopped paying attention once the singer left. They don't care no more. Oh, you got that big black dude in there. We don't really care about that dude. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever.
No.
Are you kidding me? Those are your real fans right there. Look how they're looking at you, leering at you.
I can sing if I wanted to, ladies. If I wanted to, but I don't want to.
Give us some.
No. I'm not gonna do that because it would be crazy, and we'd have to move to the other studio to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We'd have to move to the uncensored studio to talk about what transpires if I started using my pipes to my advantage. But I don't do that.
You can come talk about it on my show. It's fine.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's good. You get another gig now. How about that? Say you come here, you get more gigs. Did anybody comment this past week on the show from last week?
I got a lot of yeah.
I know they had a lot of comments about the pictures you posted on Facebook, or we posted on Facebook, but you
can as far as like listening to the show.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I got positive feedback for sure. Like
good.
A couple of my cousins listened and stuff, and but they had more serious comments about the pictures. They were really like, oh, for real? Like, you know how your family loves you, but they hate you at the same time?
Yeah, I can imagine.
You get to be in pictures with beautiful women. I'm like, yes, what's up?
Hey, you're in show business. It goes with the territory. It goes with the territory, man. You become a star, man. They're just gonna be flocking all over you. They already are at this point.
Okay.
Hey, we've got the pictures to prove it. We've got evidence. We posted on Facebook so everyone can see. Speaking of Facebook and Twitter, Tony, you got something going on Facebook and Twitter?
Okay, we're trying to look for our fan of the day, so please tweet us at performer.com. That is performer, DOTCOM, or check out our Facebook fan page and comment on our link and let us know what you think about the show. What would you like to hear about the show? Upcoming artists. So give us a buzz. Or you can also follow me on Twitter at Tony Hippolyte. Twitter.com, Tony Hippolyte. Just find us, performer.com. We're looking for a fan of our day. Pretty soon we'll be giving out prizes and a lot of great things.
Yeah, and I just want to say really quickly, all this comes from our magazine, performer.com, Models and Talent Magazine. And we give that away for free. Okay, FREE, people.
Free 99.
Free 99.
And I'm in the latest issue if you guys want to.
That's right.
If you guys need incentive.
We got Pretty Boy Lamont.
I'm the sexiest person in that magazine.
Page 15, right?
Page 15, they'll know.
Exactly.
They'll know. They'll just hunt out the sexy.
Absolutely.
I also want to say I'm also on Twitter at LPizzle.
Good.
LPIZZLE.
That's really his Twitter name.
That is my Twitter name. That's what they call me in the streets.
Unfortunately.
And I don't even know what that means, unfortunately. That's very fortunate.
You should probably consult Snoop Dogg about that.
No. He didn't create Izzle. That's not his creation.
No, it's not?
No.
Who was it?
Somebody before him, but it wasn't Snoop. I'm telling you, I'm being real.
He's probably right about that. I mean,
but before Tony insulted my Twitter, I thought we were friends, man.
No, I didn't insult it. I was just simply commenting. I was simply commenting on it.
Commenting? Okay. That's how you pronounce it? Word? That's how you pronounce it with that shirt on?
See, now you're next. Hey, I'm just simply supporting the Boston Music Awards.
And as you should, man. We cool.
Yeah, we cool.
But I'm saying, El Pizzo, look for me at comedy clubs in Boston. I'm working on a CD right now.
That's awesome.
Describe them your cover. What you're trying to do?
I don't know if I can talk about it on this side.
We'll talk about it in private.
Okay.
We don't want to go there.
It's
not dirty, but I mean, there's what it's called.
You're right.
Yeah, we're going to keep it clean.
Okay, you're right.
And just real quickly, I want people to check out performer.com, where you can download a free copy of the magazine, either the print version or you can just view it online. Or you can go pick it up at Johnny Cupcakes on Newbury Street. They have a few copies that may be still left over. We actually brought them more because they ran out the first time. And the Johnny Cupcakes in Nantasket Beach in Hull, Massachusetts. They've got them there, and they've got them in a few select salons, restaurants, a few boutiques up on Newbury Street and places like that. So if you can't get a free copy, a hard copy out on the streets out there, just go down, download it on performer.com. Lamont, you've got you're going to be here so next week. So the Beauty
That's right.
Queens, all that good stuff. And in September, I know you've got some gigs. You're going to be at Foxwoods.
This week, and I'm not going to be around Boston performing this month, but next month I'll be doing Foxwoods, and I have a couple more shows to announce soon.
Hopefully, maybe you can announce them next week, right?
Boston. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right, we're going to take another quick little break right now, and then when we come back, we have two lovely models here, and we can't wait to introduce them to you. And we'll be back in
Awesome.
just a second. We are back, and right now we have two very lovely young ladies in the house. They're both models around the Boston area. We have Miss Kimberly Alexis Howe. Hi, Kimberly. How are you?
Hey guys.
And we have Miss Anja Thomas. How are we doing, Anja?
Hi, good. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. As a matter of fact, right, we are under the understanding it is your birthday today.
It is. It's been a great day.
I hope it was actually an absolutely beautiful day outside.
It has been.
And you came in to town tonight and had dinner with your boyfriend,
I
right?
did. He's a great guy. He surprised me with a few things tonight. So.
Well, I hope so. I mean, boyfriends should be surprising their young ladies on their birthdays. It's always a good thing to have a little bit of a mystery to the whole entire engagement. Now you've been modeling now for how many years, Anja?
Almost 2 years, actually.
2 years. And when did you start out doing print, or what specifically did you start at? Promo, print, what?
I think I pretty much started more towards promo, and I'm looking to actually move more towards print now.
Print. And are you doing a little bit of acting too on the side, or
I
want
am.
to?
I'm looking to get into acting a little bit more, so I'm looking into classes and getting a little bit more familiar with it. For the big screen, hopefully one day.
All right. So, and then Kimberly, I know Kimberly and I go way back, at least to three plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to do? I was going to bring in that calendar. I forgot to bring it. I met her about 3 years ago, and we were starting a calendar for charity with Beantown Beauties, I remember correctly. And she was so sweet back then. Still is. Yes. I put it in there before I did.
I haven't changed, I promise.
She really hasn't. I've known her for quite a long time, and she still is. And at that point, you were still just getting started in the modeling business. You had only been modeling for a year, roughly. Not even a year?
Well, I started when I was 17 and I'm 22 now.
Okay, so I'm saying you were signed for a year to Maggie at that point.
Yep.
Okay, right. Okay, so you started at 17, which actually is a normal age for most models to start. I mean, some start a little earlier, 14, 15. I think it's a little too early.
That's when I started.
That's
when I started modeling.
You probably started right out of the womb, didn't you?
Came out
Then you
on a
came out,
runway.
he was like,
It's not about me, though. It's not about me, Mike. Make it about me, Mike.
Here we are. I'm here. Let's do this. So 17. Did your mom get you into modeling, or did you do this on your own?
When I was young, everyone was always saying you have a unique look, you need to do modeling. My mom said at the age of 17, we'll sign you up. So I went to New England Models Group. And
Where are they located?
Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay.
And then they asked if I wanted to do the European showcase in Paris, France.
Oh, geez, go right to Paris. Why don't you? Like, I wish it was that easy for most models, but go ahead. Paris?
But I did proceed, and I had to raise at least $5,000 to go to Paris, and then I got signed to an agency in Paris and lived there for 5 weeks. So.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't want to discourage anybody, but that doesn't normally happen.
No, not at all.
Kim is a special.
Yeah, we definitely.
I don't know how that happened, but.
Well, I mean, look at you. You've got a good attitude, great personality. I can imagine that they saw something and said, "This is the one. We're going to send her to Paris." Sure, why not? How was that experience for you? I mean, I'm 17 years old, and all of a sudden you're in Paris.
It was the first city I've ever lived in by myself.
At 17? Wow.
Yeah, I was living with a Spanish family and another model from Dublin, and I just got a little homesick, so I just had to come home. But my first job was with L'Oreal Paris.
Boy, that's really amazing to have that happen right off the bat. How long were you living in the city?
For 5 weeks.
Oh, that's not really that long. I mean, 5 weeks to a 17-year-old, I can imagine would be actually a long time. But it's more like summer camp, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. I mean, did you have a lot of other models there, roughly your age, or were they older?
Yeah, they were my age, a little older, but it was tough because we had to go to castings every day, at least 3 castings, and I was just new to everything, so I learned how to become an independent person overall, and it was a good experience for me.
That sounds like it was a great experience. Anja, what was your first experience like? I mean, I probably wasn't like that, but I'm sure it was still
In
memorable.
comparison to that, I mean, no. I think it was kind of the same for me. Growing up, everybody was just telling me, you have a different look, go for it, try it. And it's been really great. I feel like it's just now starting to develop into what I want it to head towards.
So you basically looking back at the past 2 years and saying this has been a growth or learning experience for me?
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
So each time you go out, you learn a little something new, things like that?
Oh yeah, you take something with you every time you do something different or something new, and you put it towards the next project, or your mindset changes.
Right.
So you know more. It's great.
So you've done a lot of glamour work, you've done print, like lifestyle work and
Yeah.
stuff like that. What do you prefer, glamour or lifestyle?
I like lifestyle. It's comfortable
Yeah,
for me.
for you. And when somebody looks at your portfolio, what's the first thing they say? I want to know.
Oh, it's the first thing they see.
They open up your book and there's two shots, right and left. Or what's the first shot?
Actually, it'd probably be glamour. I just did a beach shoot a little while ago.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was with our good friend Rick Trottier.
It was.
We call him the beach master. You guys got to see this guy's beach shots. He just nails it every time. Yeah, he's there early. He's a taskmaster.
Oh, yeah.
He's there at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Setting up lights. And
He's a trooper.
Yeah, he's definitely a trooper. I'm sure you're sitting there in the car like, I need Red Bull. I need Red Bull.
Oh yeah, I was half
Because
asleep.
he's like, he definitely gets you up early and get you going early. Because you want to catch that good light and the sunrise and whatnot.
It was.
Especially
It was beautiful.
since we're East Coast people, we have to get the sunrise. We don't get the sunsets like those LA people get. So we got to get early in the morning. And LA people are just getting to bed at that time anyway, so they can never do something like that. Only us East Coasters can do something like that. Kimberly, your first shoot, you said it was with L'Oreal. When you came back to the United States, what it was like for you?
I had to go back to school.
You had to go back?
High school.
High school.
That
Jeez.
sounds terrible.
Doesn't it? I mean, you
It
go from
was.
Paris to high school. Did people in your high school know what you did over the summertime?
Yeah.
They did. Were you posting? What, that would be MySpace back then. Were you posting pictures on MySpace or anything? Or
Yep, I
you
was.
Okay. You wanted
That's like
everyone.
my only communication from Paris to the States.
Was MySpace?
Like the internet.
Okay. Did you have a Facebook back then, or just MySpace?
MySpace.
That's why, because MySpace was pretty.
Do people even
definitely-
remember MySpace? Like, I don't even know how to use it. Like, I checked it out one time. I went.
Well, you're
back.
illiterate anyway, so we know that.
Hey, I tried to
No,
log
just
into
kidding.
MySpace and I
No,
felt
Tony-
so confused.
Tony, just to give him some credit, Tony is the social media master in this room. He handles a lot of social media for a lot of different people. And by the way, we actually might as well say Tony is Anja's manager.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, so we
great
should
manager.
put. Yeah, he is a great manager, isn't he? Like, Tony working with me for a couple of years now, so I know what Tony's style is like, and he's driven. He's like, get him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes out there and gets them, and he gets the job done, which is exactly what you need in this.
Well,
business.
especially when you have someone like Anja who's such a hard worker, and people don't really see what is, they see the pictures, they see the Facebook statuses, but they don't see
You're
the
absolutely
actual
right.
grit
Yeah.
that she puts in, and obviously that I put in to make things happen. And a lot of these models, they're like, oh, I just take pictures, but she literally went from an event the night before, woke up 4 a.m. to do a shoot, did the hair and makeup, went to work, and some girls, they think that's just too much, but she's willing to do that because she knows in the long run it's going to pay off, and I respect her 1,000% for that.
That is the key to this
thank you.
business. That is the key to this business. I know Kimberly's the exact same way. I mean, you could text her one day and she'll answer you like 5 days later. I've been busy, and you know what? She's not lying. She really is busy those 5 straight days. She's got. Well, you're out of school now. You graduated this year, but I mean, she had school, job, and gigs. And she was doing shoots, you were doing commercials, you were doing promos. I mean, you've been one of the busiest girls I've ever seen in this business. And
Ever.
I worked
Yeah,
so much. I worked 190 hours last month total, which
they billed 190 hours. Wow.
How do you even do that?
I have no
Well,
clue.
you were on set for a movie. You were on Grown Ups too.
Yeah.
And now we're not just talking an extra here. You were just on Grown Ups too. I mean, you were doing a lot of. I saw you in like this scene and that scene, and I know that they do these over and over again. But I mean, you were there. You weren't just sitting in the background. I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures with Shaq and everybody else. So yeah,
I
you
had
were.
to make sure I got my Shaq photo.
That Shaq photo is a killer, and I hope everyone sees it on Facebook. I told her that she's going to be showing her grandkids that shot someday.
Yeah.
And that was with also. Can we put out there what your situation is? No. Okay. We okay. We know that Kimberly.
Words. I'm gonna text you to find out how busy you are.
But you did have a great experience on that set, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was a lot of fun. I'm sad it's over, but I look forward to upcoming projects. Like,
And that's not your first acting gig too. You've done extra work for a lot of different films in the past.
Yeah, my first one was for Ghost of Girlfriends Past.
Okay, and that was shot in Boston too?
Yep.
That's
Then I finally got my SAG card.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go. That's where it's at.
That is a very big deal, Boston people, if you don't know what a SAG card is.
Yeah, the Screen Actors Guild, in case anybody doesn't know. And yes, it's actually a little easier to get in Boston than it is in LA. Obviously, it's a lot harder to get gigs like that in LA. But, that's why I keep telling people, in Boston, there's a lot going on, folks. You realize it, but this really is Hollywood East. Great productions keep coming here each and every year, and a lot of Boston area talent is being cast for these events. You just got to keep your eyes open and your ears open. It's all over the place. Everyone can be a part of it. Just be on point. Have your portfolio ready, have your headshot ready, have your reel ready, and and it's there. These opportunities are here for you, and they're not going away. The producers and directors and everybody out in Hollywood loves this area because they get the 4 seasons.
Yeah,
they get urban, suburban, rural, mountains, ocean. The only thing we don't have is palm trees and desert. Seriously,
They can just ship them in.
And that's true. Yeah. Oddly enough, there is a big studio being made right now. Fort Devens is being turned into a major movie studio. They have sound stages that they're constructing. They've already broken ground. So this is actually happening in this area. So, people, if you do really want to be in this business, you can be in this business in this area too.
Kim, I have a question for you. So you said you've filmed in a couple of movies. How was your experience different? As in, now you weren't an extra, so you were, I guess, a small role. How was that different? Was there higher demand in your time there, or was like they obviously they must have been really hard on you? Like, no, you got to get that right. Was there experiences like that, or how did that go?
Being a featured extra versus like a regular extra, I don't know. I feel like I like being featured because it's not like less competition.
Yeah.
Because when you're just like an extra, there's like at least 300 people.
Right.
Try and fight for the spotlight. But when you're a featured, you're just like, you're not really given too much direction because you don't have a speaking part. But
okay.
So going back to Andrea here right now, you want to be acting more. Have you done any acting at all?
I have not. I actually just started looking into acting school and starting to take classes. As a little kid, my mom said that I would always kind of joke around and put on these little different voices and stuff. So she's the one that really wants me to go for it and give it my all.
So let's say you are on your game and you go to a casting. What movie or television show or commercial would you love to be in first? What would be your, I want to do that?
I would honestly love to be in a movie.
She's got a very unique, exotic look. There was another Parisian
Colombiana,
actress.
she did.
Yeah, she did Colombiana. That's right, I did see that movie too. But there was another actress before her that I think she starred with Tom Cruise in the first or second Mission Impossible. I can't remember what her name was, but she had a similar look. But now she's kind of gone by the way. You know which one I'm talking about? I don't know her name. Tony's going to look it up, of course. But yeah, the same kind of look. And you are kind of similar. You're very exotic looking. You got that multiracial kind of feel to you. And yeah, but believe me, that's a compliment. I'm not saying that in a bad way, because the multiracial feel, actually, you can cross many borders with that look, and that's a great thing in this day and age. That's awesome. So you would prefer to do a movie versus a television show versus commercial? Right after that?
Definitely. Just dive right in. I mean, I would love to do like an action movie.
Kimberly can tell you how long it takes you have to wait on movie sets forever sometimes.
Yes.
How many hours a day were you normally on the set, Kimberly?
It ranged like probably 15 hours. 12 to 15 hours.
See, people think you just go there, you show up, do your thing,
Sometimes
and you leave.
they won't even use you.
Exactly, you just be sitting there all day long and just like looking at all these people running around, mostly grips and lighting people and all this other stuff. And next thing you know, like, okay, scene, and you go out there, you do like 2 minutes, we're done, you can go over here now and wait for another 10 hours. But that's how it is in this business.
Oh, by the way, the actor's name is Tandy Newton.
Tandy Newton. It's spelled with, it's Tandy Newton, yeah.
And she looks just like Zoe Saldana.
I tell you, that's exactly right. They have the same similar look. That's why I'm saying it was a very unique look. And obviously for Tandy, she's a little older now. She's probably about 10 years older than Zoe.
39.
39, yes.
They kicked her out of Hollywood? That's dirty. What kind of future are you providing for these ladies? It's like, yeah, she's older now.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Now, Kimberly, you're 23?
22.
22, I'm sorry. And, you're getting into the acting. How do you feel that for women, specifically for women, that the acting age range is usually less than it is for men? Knowing that going into the field that you're going into.
Well, for acting, I just want to have it like a side, like fun job. Because how in college modeling was my fun job.
Okay.
So now I want to do modeling as more my
So you want to focus more on modeling than acting. Okay.
Acting will be fun, like my side job.
That's your fun. Look at, she has a fun job and a regular job. I mean that's work, folks. That's how it goes.
I think modeling is Lamont's fun job too. Right?
That's my fun job. That's what I do. Just to kick it.
Just to kick it. Like it. So comedy's your first job and modeling's your fun job.
That's right. I got a cupcake ad coming out. That's good.
So Anja, what? You got the portfolio coming. You've been doing some promo gigs too, right?
I have. I'm doing a promo for Coca-Cola right now, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love Coca-Cola. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was over at Six Flags, was it?
Yeah, it is. It's the summer swelter stopper. People can come in, get a Coke for free, and it's a nice air-conditioned. It's a huge dome, actually. That's air conditioned. People just.
Oh, so you guys are all cool while everyone else is sweating their butts off, going through these rides and waiting for an hour and a half just to get on something that lasts for 30 seconds.
But that's what draws people in.
True. Yeah, okay. And I can imagine that you probably sell a lot of Coca-Cola in a place like that, which is very good. That's what you want to do for your promotions. And Kimberly, you've done some promotions in the past too, correct?
Yes, we actually have one tomorrow. Are you doing? But yeah, just like here and there. But the movie basically took over my summer for the last month and a half.
Definitely. Now you girls also do the Rev Girls stuff. You're both Rev Girls. You got joined the squad this year.
Yeah.
And you've been having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
It is.
The season's almost over. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be over in October. Not too long from now. And you've been going to most of the games. I mean, the energy is pretty good in places like that. I mean, you girls are perfectly designed for that too. You're outgoing, you're intelligent, and you like to have fun with other people. That's the most
so
important
many
thing.
people, which I love.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of something like that. I mean, you go there and you do your thing, but it's also meeting people that really is the best reward sometimes, you know? And that's what people love about those types of situations. They go there, they meet some great people. They may not see them ever again, but you made their day.
Yeah.
And that's what being a promo model is. You make their day, you know? All right, we're going to be taking another quick little break here, and we'll be talking about a few other things, and we'll also be talking about what's happening next week. So we'll be back in just a few moments. So you've done the Rev Girl stuff, and you're moving on. Do you guys plan on maybe possibly doing it again next year, or not even thinking about it yet?
I would do it again next year. If not that, then maybe possibly try out for Patriot Cheerleader.
Yeah, I was going to say that could be the next practical step after that. We the girl that was in the magazine, Farron Collins, she's a Celtics dancer.
Oh, really?
And you want to know what she just did recently? They paid for 6 Celtics dancers to go to London during the Olympics and do a few promotions up there. That's not too shabby either. That's a good thing. That's a good thing about being in organizations like the craft organization, the Celtics, the Boston Bruins, the ice dancers there. I mean, people think, they're just some chicks going out there doing their thing. No, there's a lot of stuff. They do charity work. All the stuff that they do is very.
Well, it's great when you have a city that's winning. All our teams are competitive for the most part, and that you get to do a lot of philanthropical stuff and do a lot of fun trips.
Well, I think that's the thing about Boston, whether the teams are winning or not. Yeah, the people go to the games and they support the local teams no matter what's happening. The Celtics did very good this year. Obviously, the Bruins did okay. The Red Sox are tanking at this point, but people still fill the park. The Red Sox obviously do not have a cheer squad. Why is that, Lamont? Come on, you're supposed to be on top of these things.
Listen, I'm working on it, all right? In fact, when I get it all set, I want you ladies to come down and try out. You got to try it. You got to work hard. Nothing's given. All right?
That's right.
All right, grown-ups too.
Lamont is unforgiving. Lamont is unforgiving. He's a general.
Right. I cracked the whip. I don't really have a whip, ladies, but anyway.
And then you crack the whipped cream, right?
Yes. Plenty of whipped cream. What studio are we in?
Oh, no. We can go up to the line where we can cross it. That's okay. We can definitely do that. Have you guys ever done a shoot together? Besides maybe for the Revolution?
No, we haven't.
I can see this happening. But you both, actually, Kimberly was in the magazine, Performer.com Models and Talent magazine. You were in the winter issue, correct?
Yep.
Okay, right. And we did, the shoot that we did was on a battleship, an old battleship that's now a museum. And of course, we were going to be shooting in, it was late November. And just for some reason, it just turned out to be the most gorgeous late November day.
Very warm.
It was a warm day, which is weird. And we actually had our video director Ken here taping that day, which you should see the footage. We haven't put it together yet, but that was a really fantastic.
It was
day.
a fun day.
And Anja will be in the magazine in the next issue. We're still in the process of setting up that shoot.
We have
I can't wait.
some pretty creative ideas for this shoot. We might be exploring the nature of New Hampshire.
What is this about New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
We got Jessica from New Hampshire, we got Kimberly from New Hampshire, and you're going to go to New Hampshire. I'm going to have to visit New Hampshire a hell of a lot more. Right, Lamont?
I was there Sunday.
You were there Sunday?
I was in Laconia.
Oh, that's a
I thought
beautiful.
you said they were
she
back.
lives near Laconia.
I live in Guilford.
Word up. So listen, we'll talk about it after the show, but
Yeah, I went to Kimberly's graduation party up in Laconia, near Guilford, where she lives, and it was absolutely beautiful up there. The ride up there was just the scenery. It's a bit of a ride, but you don't really feel like it's hard. Once you get out of the Boston area, it's almost like I'm at peace.
Yeah.
And you go up there and there's beautiful lakes and
Smooth roads.
it is, yeah.
I'll tell you this, man. I was up there and we went through an underpass that was so narrow. There was a sign that said honk horn going through because it was two-way, but it was only enough room for one car. But the sign was spray painted. So that tells you the state doesn't even care if you live or die. I don't know what's going on up there. You might want to tell us. But yeah, it was creepy. I'm never going back. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to go back and visit Jessica, and you're not going to go back and visit Kimberly.
They can come here.
Okay.
They've done it before.
You come to me. Okay, there you go. All right, we're going to take a quick break pretty soon here, and Kimberly's going to be leaving us, but we'll have another lady be joining us. So, Kimberly, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a few moments. And we are back again. We have a few extra lovely young ladies joining us at this point in time. We decided to let Kimberly stay too, because we can't. When you see the video, guys, you're gonna understand why we just stay there, Kimberly. It looks much better that way.
Until you get to the end, and then it's like, what happened to the camera?
And by the way, folks, if you do want to catch the video version of this show, you can catch it on PerformerTV.com. We have last week's show that was put up there, and it was edited and shot by Mr. Ken Schmidt, who is in the room with us right now. He's our video producer, and he runs Performer Studios. So he's over there just having a good time, just watching everybody. And we also have an extra guest in the house, Danielle Ringler. Say hello, Danielle.
Hello.
And Danielle is you're signed with Dynasty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I know that Kimberly signed with Maggie. And we just found out today that Jessica over here, she got signed to Click. So we got 3 out of the 4 major agencies all involved in this particular broadcast. So Danielle recently, whoops, there goes the mic. That's okay. We can put that back up there. You can just hold it if you need to. You recently were on the front cover of Candela magazine, the August issue, correct?
I was.
And that was their swimsuit issue, and you were wearing these beautiful swimsuits that were given to us by Daniela Corte. Her shop is on Newbury Street. Really great shop. And actually, some of those swimsuits that you were, not the specific ones, but she's had swimsuits in Sports Illustrated and a lot of great magazines. And yes, they were gorgeous swimsuits, absolutely. And that experience was great for you, wasn't it?
It was amazing. Marina Bay was probably the most beautiful places I've ever shot at. I loved it.
Yeah,
Such
it really is a
great
beautiful
time.
place, especially when you get out there and there's no people and no crowds and anything else. You get that peaceful, calm feeling, which is awesome. And Jessica, you were here last week, and here you are again. See, you thought you weren't invited. Come
Yeah,
on.
I couldn't
See,
stay away.
Lamont said, no, I don't want her back. But I said, yeah, I got to bring her back.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
America had nothing to do with her returning to the show.
Oh, okay, I believe that.
And you and Anja, we got to tie this all in now. You and Anja are going to be doing a special event this coming weekend, and it's called the Links and Laces Golf Tournament. And that's going to be down at the Mohegan Sun. Is that correct, Anja?
It is. It's going to be a good time.
Now, have you ever played golf at all, Anja?
I have played golf. I'm not very good at golf.
Well, you're better than me at this point, because I haven't even played golf. I caddied once when I was younger, and that was not a good experience. Have you ever played golf, Jessica?
I've gone to the driving range a couple of times. I dated a guy that was a semi-pro golfer, so
Really?
I'm not that phenomenal. I'm not phenomenal at all, actually, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you guys don't have to play golf. I mean, seriously, basically, let me run this by everyone real quick. It's a golf tournament where the girls are actually in a competition. They will have teams, and they're stationed at each at several different holes throughout the golf course, and they interact with the players, and the players take notes, and they have a good time. It's basically one giant golf party. At the end of the evening, they have a nice sit-down dinner, and the girls come out in beautiful evening gowns, like it's a pageant. It's kind of like a pageant, and the guys vote, and the top young ladies get to go to the main event, which will be held later on I think actually early next year in Las Vegas. I'm sure you would love to go to Vegas. We even talked about this last week, Jessica. That's one of the places you would love to visit is Vegas.
I have to. My personality in Vegas, they go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
okay, look out Vegas. It's going to be like the Hangover, the female version, pretty much.
It absolutely will. We have to bring
Anja,
Ken to
have you
film
been to
it.
Vegas, Anja?
I have not. I'm actually going to Vegas in October for Simon Eyes.
That's right. Now, Anja was recently did a shoot for Simon Eyes, the Wax People, wax on, wax off, and it was like the calendar, right? A calendar
Yes,
shoot
it is. Calendar comes out in September.
In September for 2013, of course.
Yes.
And they said we like this girl in this calendar, and we're gonna ship her out to Vegas, and we're gonna have her do some stuff for us in Vegas too.
Yeah, it's going to be the SEMA car show out there. It's supposed to be a really big show.
Everything in Vegas is big. I
Yeah,
mean, nothing is
true.
small in Vegas. So I mean, you must be looking forward to that.
Oh, definitely. I think it's about 5 days long.
Wow.
Yeah. Great company. Great people.
That sounds like a really good time. And yeah, hopefully and you can do that again next year, right?
I would love to.
Okay, we're going to start wrapping this up. I want to thank all the lovely young ladies for dropping by. Of course, we had Mr. James Massoni in the house earlier, but, he had to rush off and practice for his gig. And don't forget, that's going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe this Sunday night. It's his first headlining gig in the Boston area. We definitely want people to go out and support him. He is a great guy, and he loves coming to do these events with us and to support us as well. And Lamont, we're going to have you back again next week, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, man. What I'm really interested in is the name of that golfer that Jessica dated. Did his name rhyme with Smiger Hoods?
I plead the fifth.
I'm just not giving anything away. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just curious.
And let's see, Kimberly, she's going to keep doing her thing and acting. And we have to say, right now there's a Toyota commercial out there with Kimberly, and it's really adorable. It has a Facebook theme to it, so you should catch. It's on most of the sporting events. And Danielle, we see you on all these runway shows at the Liberty Hotel and other places like that. So you just keep doing your thing too, right? We're going to have Danielle back again some other time when things, we have a little spot and an opening. And Jessica, we're going to see you probably every week anyway. You might as well just keep coming, just pop in here and there. All right, saying goodbye to everyone. To Tony, you're out there in the booth right now with Jackie. Say good night, Tony.
Good night, everybody. And our fan of the day is Mr. William Gately, a wonderful photographer from the Boston area.
Well, William, thank you very much for listening and tuning in. You can catch this.
Has to offer. This is the
Okay, you can catch this show on regular radio next week again at 9 o'clock, and you can hear the repeat broadcast on PerformerRadio.com each and every night at 9 p.m. Have a good night, everyone, and take care.